Hey everybody, Drew here from Pella Cars. Absolutely honored to bring you guys another Southern gem. This 2014 Toyota Yaris LE. LE means loaded model. We'll get more into that. It's only got 140,380 miles on it, and it's spent its last. It had two owners. The second owner from 2016 on had this car where we bought it in North Carolina, Raleigh, North Carolina, and Charlotte and Raleigh actually. And it is absolutely perfect underneath. No rust on the body, and really excited to show you that. It does have some substantial cosmetic flaws. Most of it is pretty severely faded paint from the sun. Just want to make sure there's no surprises when you get here to test drive it, and we do ship actually out of state. About 45% of our vehicles are purchased online because of these videos, and of course we want to make sure there's no surprises when they arrive. So if you can, watch the whole thing and I'll point out as many flaws as possible. So the bumpers, they're made out of polyurethane. They have faded the worst. The door handles and mirrors faded differently, different kind of plastic. Of course, the metal fades differently than plastic as well. But as you see here, just the heat from, again, North Carolina, the heat, you could see that everything that touched it just kind of chipped paint off, like road spray and all that jazz. So it is pretty faded. This piece we're trying to locate. It's probably Toyota only. Actually going to be in contact with them tomorrow to try to get this piece if we can, but just do note that that's missing. This car was extremely well taken care of. It's got new tires on it very recently. I would say these tires, they've probably got at least 9/32 on them out of 10. So very recent tires, which is awesome. This car even came with it's got a glove box full of maintenance records. It came with a Mobil 1 oil filter, which is about 5 or 6 times the cost of a standard shop grade oil filter. So somebody really took care of this car. It's got a little ding right here, and again, it's just got paint fade on it. Paint fade, the clear coat like chipped. This is very common on Southern cars, but what's of course the positive side of that is, as you see, there's just no rust under there, which I'll give you a much better shot as we walk around. The back bumper is the cosmetic worst on this car. It is severely faded, but by the time, if we were to have that painted, it would just take this car outside the realm of, a very good value. So unfortunately, it's got these cosmetic flaws, and, of course, we understand that might turn some people away, but the beauty of it is there is just no rust. I'm going to try to get close to that. There's the nuts and bolts for the exhaust, nuts and bolts for the suspension. Just absolutely incredible. A Rochester, gosh, this car is probably, even though it's a 14, it's probably pushing 12 years old if it was made in early enough, or late enough 2013, early enough 2013, whatever. There's just a Rochester car would be getting to the point where it's, questionable how many more years it will pass inspection. And these Yaris, they, well, when we go under the hood, we'll talk about it more, but they're absurdly reliable. So, a car that'll run forever that rusts out is, it's kind of a moot point, at that. So, the roof has some more, you could just see the paint just blisters. North Carolina, they do get like winter, but it doesn't look like this. If it looks like this, nobody's going out in it anyways. I think they just had a little bit of that recently. Georgia did. Atlanta got like 2 inches and it shut everything down. Little ding right there. Ding, ding, ding. And maybe it's a good time to show you guys under the hood. It has the 1NZ. Actually, before we dive in, the 2000, I forget the years, but the last years of the sedan Yaris are in fact a rebadged Mazda 2. This is not a rebadged Mazda 2. This is true Toyota. By the way, the J VIN code means it's made in Japan. The last couple years of the Yaris hatchback were made in France. This is a Japanese-built true Toyota. The 1NZ engine, FE, is this particular variant, but it showed up as an FXE in the 1997. Of course, 2001 in the United States, but the 1997 through 2005 2009 Prius had this engine. Toyota Yaris, Toyota Echo, Scion XA, maybe not the Echo, pardon me, but Scion XA, Scion XB, Toyota Prius C. It's just an absolutely bulletproof 4-cylinder engine. It's got, variable valve timing with intelligence. Very, very good on gas. Very reliable. Not the quietest or the smoothest or the most powerful, but a wonderful engine. It's got the simple, I believe it's a U340E. We'll check that instead of guessing. U340E, which is just a very, very simple 4-speed. All the 4-speeds they had in these Yaris and Corollas of the era, very simple. You know, they weren't complex like the 6-speeds of the CVTs. So just a wonderfully simple and efficient car. So inside is where it gets really surprising. So this is, you know, Toyota's least expensive car at the time. Of course, it's a higher trim model, but safety features, you know, especially if, you know, if that matters to you, this is the important part of the video. It has side curtain airbags, so all 4 window passengers' heads are protected against the glass. It's got airbags that pop out of the sides of the front seat, so the you know, the hips and ribs and, you know, shoulders and stuff are protected against the door in a collision. It has a driver's knee airbag, so if you were to have a frontal collision, your knees are protected. It's got, of course, an airbag here and here, and to try to avoid the airbags coming out, it has this. This is vehicle stability control. So the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety actually stated publicly in 2006 that if every car had this, there would be some 10,000 less single car crash fatalities per year, meaning cars that skid, go off the road, and it doesn't involve another vehicle, like a ditch or a tree or something like that. This technology senses when the car is going into a skid. It's able to tap brakes to all 4 wheels, cut engine power, manipulate electric steering. It is probably the most important safety invention that's come out since seatbelts. It prevents a lot of crashes. And when you come to our office, which this is not, this is a park. The office is very windy. It's at an airport. When you come to the office to test drive, if you like, there's probably an area you could take it in some snow and see just how difficult it is to get it to spin out, which is awesome because it just takes over and it prevents a lot of crashes. It is, of course, an automatic. We already talked about that. It's got power mirrors, power windows, power locks. It might be programmed for keyless entry or wired for keyless entry, but this is the only key that came with it, unfortunately. We might be, if that's important to you, let's stick a pin right there and we could talk about it, because I might be able to find out, and if it does program a key for you. It has air conditioning, and this is the big one for some people, cruise control. So very, very good. So I'm going to start it up for you guys. Probably turn that off a little bit. As you'd expect, no warning lights, no drama, nothing like that. Just telling me to put on my seatbelt. Again, we know it's a safe car, so it cares as well. 140,380 miles on it, and I'm gonna try my hardest to get you guys up to some highway speeds. It's a lovely driving car. You know, it's kind of the last of when they were simple. I know I'm kind of beating that dead horse, but simple is good. It's not over the top, you know, tight tuned suspension, anything like that. It's just a pleasant car. It's not particularly quiet, as you can hear, but you know, it was the least expensive car Toyota made, but all out of very good parts, very reliable. So we're already going 50 miles per hour. I'm gonna get on it maybe a little bit. There we go, possibly too much. So we're going 60 miles per hour now, and we're on this straightaway. I'm gonna take my hands off the wheel and get on the brakes really hard. So no shakes, no shimmy, no drama, and then we'll speed back up. Of course, we're coming around a pretty hard curve here. So I will try to give you guys another straightaway to show you that it doesn't, you know, when I'm not on the brakes, that it doesn't pull or shimmy or anything like that. You will, if you come test drive it, you'll be able to, you know, within reason, see highway speeds and beyond at our office. Coming up to this green light here on the straightaway, I'll take my hand off the wheel and I'll straighten up. There you go. No shakes, no shimmies, no pulls, nothing like that. Just an absolutely wonderful little car if you can look past its cosmetic flaws. So like all our cars, by the way, it'll come with a fresh New York State inspection if you're a New York State resident. We could ship anywhere. It was a couple weeks ago. We were in Corpus Christi, Texas, Boise, Idaho. We did Albuquerque, New Mexico recently, and obviously much closer more often. So if you want it shipped, we can. Whether you have it shipped or you pick it up here, it does come with a full synthetic oil change, and again, it's got recent brakes, recent tires, and it will again have that full synthetic oil and filter change. So I'm Drew. I hope this video was helpful. If you want to purchase it, you could do so through the website www.pellacars.com, or you could just call me 585-771-0111. And if this video was helpful for just your car shopping in general, or if you were entertained, we'd really appreciate a thumbs up. It helps our business. And if you want to see more videos like it, go ahead and subscribe, turn on notifications, and you will see them in your YouTube feed every time we post new cars. So thank you so much for your time, and hope to meet you soon. Take care. Bye.